Yes, Atomic Habits by James Clear, published in 2018, is a best-selling self-improvement book that focuses on how small, consistent behavioral changes can lead to remarkable long-term results. It's built around a few core ideas. Habits compound over time, tiny daily improvements add up just like interest in a bank account. The 4 laws of behavior change. Make it obvious, cue. Make it attractive, craving. Make it easy, response. Make it satisfying, reward. Clear emphasizes systems over goals, meaning you should focus on the process that leads to success rather than fixating solely on outcomes. It also introduces the concept of identity-based habits, changing how you see yourself. I'm the kind of person who, to make habits stick more naturally. Before I begin, I have classified the book into 4 parts for your convenience. I'll follow across the parts. Part 1, The Spark of Change. Part 2, The Science of Habits. Part 3, The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. Part 4, The Transformation. Part 1, The Spark of Change. Every day, we dream of becoming better, fitter, smarter, happier, more fulfilled. We imagine waking up one morning and realizing, we've finally changed. But deep down, we know, change doesn't happen in a single moment. It happens in the silence of ordinary days. A whisper of effort, repeated, refined, and multiplied until it transforms everything. This is the story of Atomic Habits. A story about how the smallest actions shape the biggest transformations. James Clear teaches us one truth that changes everything. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. The story of James Clear. It's 2002. A young baseball player, full of potential, steps up to the plate. Then, in a single instant, everything shatters. A stray bat hits him in the face. Skull fractured. Nose shattered. His dreams collapse. When he wakes up, even simple movements feel foreign. But from that brokenness, a quiet strength begins to form. James rebuilds his life, one tiny habit at a time. Making his bed. Studying each day. Working out regularly. Nothing dramatic. Nothing flashy. Just small, consistent steps toward a better self. Years later, those tiny habits compound. And that same young man becomes one of the most influential authors of his generation. This is the heart of Atomic Habits. Small improvements. Massive results. Because habits are not just what you do. They are who you become. Core message. Think of your life as a garden. Your habits are the seeds. Every choice you water grows into your future. Instead of saying, I want to write a book, say, I am a writer. Instead of saying, I want to get fit, say, I'm the kind of person who moves daily. When your identity shifts, your behavior follows naturally. Change your habits. Change your identity. Change your life. Part 2, The Science of Habits. Habits are the invisible architecture of daily life. Most of what we do isn't a conscious decision. It's a pattern. Our brains crave efficiency. So when a behavior repeats, it forms a loop. Cue craving response reward. That's the habit loop. Imagine this. Your phone buzzes. You feel curiosity, that's the craving. You check the screen, that's the response. You see a notification, that's the reward. And your brain says, let's do that again. Over time, this loop runs on autopilot. But here's the good news. If you understand the loop, you can rewrite it. The power of 1%. If you get 1% better every day, James writes, you'll be 37 times better after 1 year. That's the magic of compounding. Tiny improvements are invisible at first, but unstoppable over time. We often think success is about massive leaps. In truth, it's about small, consistent steps. Progress is not an explosion. It's erosion, slow, steady, patient. The quiet work that happens when no one's watching. The plateau of latent potential. Imagine an ice cube. The room warms from 25 to 26 to 30 degrees. Nothing happens. Then, at 32 degrees, it begins to melt. It wasn't the last degree that made the difference. It was every one before it. That's the plateau of latent potential. Change feels invisible until it suddenly isn't. So be patient. The small things you do today are not wasted. They're waiting to bloom. Systems over goals. Goals are about results. Systems are about processes. A goal says, I want to lose weight. A system says, I'm the kind of person who eats mindfully. A goal says, I want to write a book. A system says, I write 1 page a day. Focus on the process, and success will take care of itself. Because consistency beats intensity. Every single time. Part 3, The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. Habits don't form by chance. They follow a design, one you can control. James Clear's 4 Laws of Behavior Change show how. Make it obvious. Make it attractive. Make it easy. Make it satisfying. Law 1, make it obvious. Awareness comes first. Write down your daily routines, it reveals what drives you. Then use implementation intentions. I will, behavior, at, time, in, place. Or try habit stacking. After I pour my coffee, I'll write 1 line in my journal. When habits are obvious, they're easier to follow. Law 2, make it attractive. We are drawn to pleasure. Pair what you need to do with what you enjoy. Listen to your favorite podcast while exercising. And surround yourself with people who live the way you aspire to. Behavior is contagious. Make sure you're catching the right one. Law 3, make it easy. Reduce friction. Want to play guitar? Leave it in the open. Want to eat healthy? Put fruit on the counter. Want to read more? Keep a book by your bed. Environment is stronger than motivation. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Law 4, make it satisfying. We repeat what feels good. That's why bad habits stick, instant rewards. So give your good habits instant satisfaction. Check a box, track progress, celebrate small wins. Because when progress feels good, you'll want to keep going. And to break bad habits? Reverse the laws. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. Design your life. Don't drift through it. Part 4, The Transformation. Change begins with small acts repeated in silence. Every habit you build is a vote for the person you're becoming. You're not just building routines. You're building identity. When you run, you're not just moving, you're a runner. When you write, you're not just typing, you're a writer. Each small action strengthens who you are. Identity change. Our actions reflect our beliefs. If you believe you're inconsistent, you'll act that way. But if you believe you're learning consistency, you'll grow into it. Identity isn't found, it's forged, 1 repetition at a time. The 2-minute rule. When starting something new, make it take less than 2 minutes. Put on your shoes. Read 1 page. Write 1 sentence. Starting small builds momentum, and momentum builds change. The bamboo principle. The bamboo plant grows underground for years before breaking the surface. Then, it shoots up nearly 90 feet in weeks. That's what progress looks like. Invisible at first, then unstoppable. Trust the process. Your roots are growing, even if you can't see them. Systems, not goals. Goals define direction. Systems create progress. Fall in love with the process, not the prize. Because success isn't something you achieve. It's something you practice. The British cycling story. Coach Dave Brailsford transformed British cycling with a philosophy called the aggregation of marginal gains. He improved everything, just 1% at a time. And in a few years, they dominated the world. Tiny improvements, multiplied relentlessly, became world-class excellence. That's the power of atomic habits. Final reflection. So if you remember one thing, remember this. You don't need to change everything. You just need to start something, today. Change doesn't demand perfection. It asks for persistence. Because greatness is never one leap. It's 1,000 small steps. Taken with patience, faith, and love for the journey. This is the power of atomic habits. If this message inspired you, take one small action today. Do something your future self will thank you for. Because every habit is a seed. And every seed can change your life. If this message resonates with you, hit like, subscribe, and share this video.